Is Isaac Del Toro having his Col de la Loze crack moment, or is he taking everyone by surprise? We've never had a climb this hard in a World Tour race this early in the season. We have Jebel Mobra, new climb instead of Jebel Jais. This is 12 Ks at 8.5%, broken up into two climbs. First 12 minutes at 8%, last 25 minutes, 12% average. All eyes on Isaac Del Toro. But what did the other riders think about doing such a climb?
I really don't know what to expect today. Ridiculously hard climb, super hot. I think gaps will be big. And yeah, to be honest, we'll just see how it looks at the end of the day.
It's weird to have such a hard climb at this time of the year, but it's definitely interesting.
In breakaway formation, well, I mean, that's a bit generous. It wasn't breakaway formation. Ricard and Dillier got some hard riding in the legs in front of the peloton, and then we got into the mountains, so really nothing happened apart from Quick-Step and UAE did try to split it in some crosswinds. On that climb, you can see there's a descent in the middle, so this first 12 minutes, it's not as steep, it's pretty steep, but then it really kicks up for the last 6.5 Ks is where the wall is. Florian Vermeersch takes over in the first little climbs. Dillier and Ricard say goodbye. Teams here are not deep in terms of climbing depth. Half these stages are sprints, there's some time trial riders, there's crosswinds normally, so it's actually the rouleurs like Dan Holer, the pocket climber, who are pacing this first climb. Remco's in this red leaders jersey because he smoked everyone on the TT yesterday. We have G West in the Canadian Natty Champs jersey, just bottom right. And then Isaac Del Toro sliding. Started this climb in P5, he's sliding. And as I said, Chris Harper, he's won this stage before when it was Jebel Jais back in 2021. He makes a bid for glory. Will it work out? Probably not. But Isaac Del Toro, what's happening with him? The leader for UAE Team Emirates, he's spraying water over himself. Is he overheating? He's at the back of the group. And his teammate had been pacing, and now they're not pacing anymore, even though they've got Kevin Vermaker and co there. Dan Holer smashing it for Felix Gall, who's on the longer climbs, very, very good. So maybe they're trying to make it a 40-minute effort rather than a 20-minute effort. We get to the main climb. Damiano Caruso starts smashing it for his compatriot Antonio Tiberi. Leclerc third wheel, Felix Gall fifth wheel, Del Toro right at the back. Right at the back, losing wheels. Guys are riding over him. I mean, it's still a big group. It's a peloton of 50 riders. And Caruso looks back. There's an attack from Harm van Hoke. This is the first 5 minutes of this climb. So the riders start sending it. But big riders too. Felix Gall at 5.7 Ks to go, which is 20 minutes to go, attacks. Remco follows. Van Eytveld stays put. G West stays put. UAE are up there, and they're kind of looking back like, where's Del Toro? Remco's looking back, and this is the moment where Remco doesn't pace himself because he looks back, doesn't see Del Toro in the picture whatsoever, and he's dancing. He's dancing out of the pedals, and he just overextends, and this is where he signs his own demise on this climb. He goes ahead of Antonio Tiberi. Like he doesn't just sit on Tiberi, he goes ahead of him. Del Toro's still P30, but as I said, we've got 25 minutes to go. Look where he is. They're going to pan now to the front of the race. He is absolutely nowhere, but there's no draft, or very, very little draft on 12%. And the draft that you may get is less relevant than if you ride too much over threshold, overheat in hot temperatures, can't recover, and completely blow up. And that's what happens to Remco Evenepoel. Yes, he's 30 seconds ahead of Del Toro here, but as I said, we have the best part of 20 minutes still left. Felix Gall starts spinning. Van Wilder, the former teammate and domestique of Remco, catches up to him. Plapp and Tiberi and Tejada stay out front. And we got Yates probably not knowing what's going on. He's just doing his own pace. Del Toro, he's coming back gradually. And then you get the tell here. I mean, he's chatting to Vermaker saying, what's up? How you going? You getting dropped, I guess? That's the tell. He's totally fine. This is actually always how Del Toro rides. It's when Carapaz attacked at the base of Fenestra that took him out of his comfort zone. Last year, he should have paced himself like his normal style on that 1 hour climb. And with Remco getting dropped, coming back to the group and then not able to pace, everyone's like, well, hold on. Who's supposed to pace? That group stops and Del Toro comes back. So he's done the first 10 minutes of this climb smoother and at lower, smoother than every other GC contender, especially the guys out front. Gol and Tiberi are attacking each other. UAE smell blood in the water. Yates gets on the front. He starts shredding, and it's good night. Remco Evenepoel, he said he had cramps. He starts hitting his right thigh. Yates is smashing it for Del Toro, who's still sitting fifth wheel, because they got 43 seconds to make up. I mean, yes, it's great to pace yourself, but you still have to make up now the best part of a minute on Tiberi, on Felix Gol, on Tejada, and on Luke Plapp. Remco gets dropped from that group and then keeps sliding. He loses 2 minutes on the stage. Tiberi attacks Gol. Gol cannot respond, and this is the best we've seen ever. Antonio Tiberi. He does an absolutely world-class climbing performance. We see Del Toro still looking relaxed. 2.7 Ks to go. He starts to accelerate, drops everyone else except Van Aertvelt, who gets back to the wheel. Fantastic to see Van Aertvelt back in shape. He's won this race overall before. Nordhagen tries to get across. He's with Johannesson, G. West, Storer, and Van Wilder. That'd be the main group of sort of third-tier GC guys. Del Toro works his way across in bits. He gets across to Plapp, waits a bit. Gets across to Tejada and Gol, waits on them a bit. And maybe it's here, when it's a little bit flatter, he wants Van Aertvelt to pull through. He wants to have just a bit of recovery. Maybe it's here that Tiberi gets the stage. I don't think so, to be honest, because, Del Toro had to recover then at some point. And then I was like, Van Aertvelt, don't pull, because you know what happens next. Straight after his pull, Del Toro attacks him and drops him. And, I mean, it's a big gap, 30 seconds, but with 1,400 meters to go, if Del Toro is smashing, it looks like he's sprinting up this climb. If Tiberi cracks, he can very easily lose 30 seconds. It goes down to 20 seconds in about 250 meters. Del Toro is still looking poised. He's coming in. He's looking focused, laser focused. But Tiberi, he doesn't crack. 15 seconds is the gap apparently at 900 meters to go under the Flamme Rouge. And yes, in 500 meters, Del Toro had taken out 15 seconds, but then he either slows down or Tiberi speeds up, or they just, they go the same pace. It levels off a bit. Tiberi, huge performance, paced himself very, very well, wins the stage, and because of his TT yesterday, goes into the GC leaders jersey. So Del Toro, I mean, who's expecting that? If Del Toro puts 2 minutes into Remco, we're all thinking, well, Del Toro's walking away with GC. He doesn't even win the stage. Tiberi, 15 seconds ahead of Del Toro. Another 15 seconds to Van Aertvelt. Then Tejada, Gol, Johannesson, G. Nordhagen, Van Wilder on the same time. Plapp in 10. In terms of GC, Tiberi now 21 seconds ahead of Del Toro. We have her feet coming up. We've got some bonus seconds. Very tight gaps, especially from 10th through 5th or 4th. Very tight. Tejada's looking pretty good for Jabel Hafid, but he'll come under pressure for the podium. It's been a fantastic race so far. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you the recap tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.